Well, good morning, and Monday morning again, and here I am, all kind of snuggled up because it's chilly down here. Of course it is. I'm in the cellar. You wouldn't think it was the cellar with all that wonderful light that comes in, would you? But it is. So how are things with you? We've had a good weekend in church, and another week stretches ahead with all sorts of different stuff going on. I love it. Every week is completely different, and that suits my temperament. And yes, are you a routine person or do you like a bit of variety? Actually, when I'm really tired, I like the routine, I have to say. So what shall I share with you this morning? Oh, I don't want to start this in what sounds like a negative way, but do you know we all live with self-doubt, don't we? We all wonder whether we're capable of things or whether we've got the skill set for something. And I cannot tell you the number of times over my adult life I've had a conversation with somebody about employment, and they've been looking at what at first glance was the perfect job for them. And then they look at it again and they chew it over and they reflect and they talk themselves out of it because they can see all the bits that they don't fit, rather than remember the excitement and the buzz of what they thought they could bring to whatever the position is. And I think we all do that. But I'm just so disappointed that we have a flash of our brilliance come across our minds, and it excites us enough to say something or take a first step. And then we spend the rest of the time, or a large chunk of time, absorbed in self-doubt and finding all the flaws and all the reasons that we aren't the brilliant thing that God knows we are. And it just strikes me that that's worth naming, it's worth exploring, and it's worth recognising in ourselves, because it happens in a church context too, in terms of some of the things that I know some of you do without batting an eyelid, like stand up and read, or writing intercessions, or even leading worship. And other people aren't even sure that they could get on the tea rota, or cleaning brass. I don't know. Is that hard? And actually, some people who would read beautifully, if only we could convince them that stepping forward is not a bad thing. And I think deep down we all have little tiny glimmers of our brilliance, and we work hard to squash them. Why would we do that? Reminds me of that reading from Marianne Williamson about how our greatest fear is not our inadequacy, but how amazing we are, and that we push down our own brilliance because we don't think we're allowed to shine. But by pushing down our own brilliance, then it means other people have to push down theirs as well. Go and look it up, the Marianne Williamson quote. I know I've read that to you before. I wanted to read something else to you this morning, which was where this spark of thought came from. It's by Ruth Burgess, and it's in a book about called Spring, which is full of all sorts of lovely liturgical bits and bobs. Not a book worth buying, but she's got this... it isn't by Ruth Burgess. It's by Robert Shooter. It's a poem he's written called "Help Us to Know Ourselves," and it's a prayer, really. And I'm going to read it to you, and you'll understand where all that waffle beforehand came from. Here we are. As part and parcel of creation, we breathe the air, we share the soil with all the creatures of the earth. As part and parcel of God, our Creator, we write, we draw, we dance, we make music, we listen, and we do. In times of disbelief in ourselves, remind us, God, that it is your world and we are made in your image. Help us to recognise your presence. Help us to know ourselves. Amen. So this is one of those funny little conversations where I now want to send you away to just have a little dig in and a little think about what it is that's been niggling you that you would love to do, or something that keeps coming back as, should I maybe and you push it down and you push it away, come and see me, come and tell me what it is that you feel like you should be doing or you can't shake off as a creative idea or a change in what you've been up to, or something fresh and new that none of us can see but you cannot let go of or push to one side because it keeps bouncing back into your brain, into your heart as something that is amazing or should be pursued. We've already got a couple of little bits and pieces that have sort of triggered this train of thought for me in terms of some server training and a new growing project that will be happening. And I can't say anything more about those, but they'll happen. So yes, come and see me, message me, ring me. Tell me what it is you can't get rid of in your heart that you think might be something to explore. And don't worry if it's too big for you, because if it's too big for you, then you're probably not meant to be doing it on your own. But if you don't share it, then you won't know who else is out there to add in or to help run with it. And just trust that you won't be asked to do more than you can, and you won't be asked to do things that aren't right. And but it might be that you're the person who's got the idea and there are other people that might offer something to make it happen. I think spring is in the air and it's got me all excited and infectious. I hope you have a good week. I shall see some of you and I shall look forward to hearing from you if any of this has sparked something in you. Have a good day and lots of love. You know where to find me. God bless. Bye bye.